I'll be reacting to Given Uragawa no Shonzai, or should I say Given's OVA, whichever one of the two you prefer to call it, because multiple websites call it by either one of the two. And I will be starting my reaction in 1-0, go! Oh yeah, I'm pumped up for this. And honestly, I've been starting for some new Given content. And I gotta admit, I always like these little logos, especially like the Blue Links logo. It looks so damn cool. Especially with like the cat-like paws. And X. That Studio Lurch logo. Which I haven't seen the logo a lot lately when it comes to the last few seasons of anime. Which they've actually been improving their animation quality lately, if you ask me. What? Okay, let's put the perspective there when it comes to. Whoa! Wow. Quite an interesting conversation there, though. The thing is, the younger people might have the perspective wanting to graduate early, but the situation of it, at least in most situations, someone will wish it flies by quickly, but then once you graduate out of high school, you wish things were a bit slower because then you have a lot of responsibilities and stress to deal with. But yeah, honestly, though, Mafuyu's perspective is so dang realistic. Aww. But hey, I mean, sometimes people have their priorities. Ah. But then again, I'm not going to blame Mafuyu for doing that, though. It's best to try to absorb as much knowledge as he can. And Ayama's just going to have to cope for the moments that he's not with Mafuyu, given the existence on the other side. Okay, so that's the translated version of the name, then. Oh man, Neil's face is so fucking adorable. I love it. You know, that scene in the classroom doesn't seem that bad. Shit, because back in the day when I was in classrooms, all the windows were fucking closed, and I had like a sort of a, or if they weren't closed, it was like mostly just covered up in like darker rooms, and it had like a semi-grim vibe in some of my classrooms anyway. That's the downside about Mafuyu sometimes. Like, he can be so laser focused on certain things that he forgets about surrounding things that he should sometimes at least pay a little bit of attention to. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to be laser focused, but when you don't pay attention to your surroundings, that's when you can run into a problem, especially in a social setting. I'm glad how boy says that straight up. Bro, it's more than nothing, dude. Wait, is Mafuyu really asking that question? Oh, shit. Oh. I mean, the reason why our boy Yunoyama is angry towards Mafuyu is because Mafuyu doesn't pay attention to those little details, and he doesn't. I mean, hey, to Ritsuko's credit, though, everyone has their lame side. It's what makes someone whole, because as long as they have the positive bits in them to balance out the lameness, That's what matters the most. And thankfully for Ritsuka, he's got much more great sides to him than lame ones. If you ask me. Woo, man. Another way he just has him by the cheeks, too. Yes! Oh, why? No! They should do it in the classroom, damn it. Who gives a shit? Yes! Fuck yeah! And that's the first step. Being able to kiss without paying much mind to the backgrounds, or should I say the people in the background, because in doing that, love will be much more stronger since you won't have to worry about other people's perspectives and you're much more self-confident in your relationship too. Well, there's a lot of background movement too. If there's anything I also love about the Given series, aside from the great writing and the voice performances and the characters, it's the animation quality. Honestly, by some, that's actually a dang reasonable method. I mean, I get to why he perceived Ritsuka, but he's not that stuck up. Ritsuka's actually a sweet dude, but I could see why someone would have the impression of that because Ritsuka does have the facial expressions of a guy who is a figurative drill sergeant. Like, no joke. Thankfully, though, we know he's not like that. But I could see why someone would think that way, though. Because it is say first impressions can be a bitch to deal with. I mean, he should have expected it, considering the occasion. And considering that Mafuyu is getting used to like being around in a lot of social situations, Mafuyu is gonna probably do a lot of research, and he's gonna partake into festivities a lot more strongly than someone who doesn't partake in festivities as much. It's actually natural that you have someone like Mafuyu trying to get overly prepared. These two, they're honestly perfect for each other. I like how Arkaji didn't want to be ignored at all. Even though Kaji's supposed to be the most serious one. I always love those bits where he hilariously butts in. Oh, that's the good shit. This series seriously needs a season 2. And of course, I'd react to that season 2 if they were to get one. I mean, why the fuck not? Oh! Okay, I like where this is going. Okay. Well, it's got. I just hope the sister isn't there. Yeah, it's more than okay. As long as y'all consent, then well, it's still everything should be fine. Hey, that's Mother Nature. Sex is a part of it. Oh man. I love how he's like so attentive here. But fuck that shit. Y'all can be. I wouldn't mind seeing them in the same bed. Oh, I know it's too quick for them to progress that way. If we get to see that, I'd imagine it being a season 2. I mean, I don't know. I don't read the manga. I would though, if there's no season 2 announcement after like 2 or 3 years, though. Then I'll read the manga, just in case, because I love the series. I want to watch it surprised. I wonder what Mafuyu was about to say in that specific point. Was he expecting Ritsuka to make a move here, or? Bro, y'all should have took taking a sleeping pill. I mean, I understand why he wouldn't want to because he's a young buck. Young bucks don't like taking pills. But sometimes young bucks need to just say, fuck it. Sometimes. Well, it's life. Sometimes the thoughts don't show up when you want them to, but then they just show up spontaneously. Huh. Oh. But hey, I'm not going to blame him for doing that because. No, it's not that. It's like Ritsuka probably just wants Mafia. Yeah, and that's sweet because not only we see our boy's maturity and trying to comfort Mafia, we see like the tender physical closeness too that really makes a relationship whole. Because I've seen quite a few yaoi animations this year that try to have relationships, but sometimes it just feels like it's superficial shit. This series, thankfully, doesn't feel that way. Hold on a minute, OG. Hope you're having a great day right now. Huh. I mean, hey, at least they have a good fallback option in case things go south. Ah, shit. I mean, I can understand where he's coming from, and considering it's Risuka, it makes sense that he would and the way he wants to uplift Mafia too and saying all this really helps justify why it's better to take the much rougher approach. I like how Kaji's like a loading dock. Shit, I wouldn't mind watching some basketball after watching this. Shit, give me the itch of basketball now. Maybe if Mafia thinks about the positive bits in his life, he'll be able to write a song with some more optimistic lyrics. Yeah, I'm ready, but it hasn't been subtitled yet, animated OG, when it comes to that specific series that you mentioned, Blue Period. Yeah. Yeah, that's like what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking Mafia should be writing about, maybe some of his happier experiences. Or something similar to that. I mean, honestly, our boy has so many options to work with. Shouldn't place I live in, I sometimes say, oh man, it's cooling down. But in the place I live in, it goes from like super hot to super cold without any transition. I guess only problems in the area I live in is not a lot of bugs, so I guess that's pretty cool. The temperature's a bitch though. Throughout the whole season. Ooh. Sounds like it's gonna be some fun. Oh, that felt a little bit too quick. I would have loved to have seen the process of Mafia making the lyrics here. Literally, we just went from a plot point of Mafia didn't know what to write for lyrics towards he just came up with the lyrics completely off screen. And it feels like they rushed it because I remember in season one when Mafia was coming up with lyrics, it was a lot more of a harder, rougher process, and we got to see the ins and outs of him making his lyrics, at least in season one. Here it just feels like they went from point A to point C while completely skipping point B. Like, don't get me wrong, the episode is still damn good. It just went a little bit too quick here, that's all. And saying that, Bo's got a beautiful voice. All right. A song. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking that he should make a more optimistic song. And he did exactly that. Because he acknowledges even though things end, there are beginnings, which, hell, it's pretty positive in comparison to how Mafia started out in the series anyway. Nah, and I love when he says when we realize there's light. I love how it shows our Ritsuko there performing in that little flashback. It actually gives the song more weight. And I love the perfect time when the sun rises, he starts directly at Ritsuko too. And then when you see like the sun shining on the windows. Honestly, the song itself, it's synced up perfectly with the visuals. That's really amazing. Oh. He just wanted to touch his hand. I mean, okay, he's acknowledging that. I mean, that's what happens when you're with someone that you really appreciate. Certain things like that just dissipate. Ooh, I wouldn't mind seeing those to perform. I just hope we actually see the performances and isn't all. Oh, oh man. Whoa! That it looks like an overprotective mother there with the way. Oh man, that's so fucking adorable. I mean, Ritsuko sees a lot of people, so I could see why he'd forget. Damn, this guy's got some meat coming from his mouth. Yeah, I could see he'd want to punch him, but he's got to keep calm. Oh. It means the other three don't pay attention to detail, but that's what makes our boy Ritsuko so perfect. In a way. Because he pays attention to those minor details. I like the look of disgust on Ritsuko's face. That's perfect. Huh? What? Okay, what the hell? I would have wanted to see Hiragi's performance. What the fuck? Okay, now it's been like this OVA, instead of it being like, what is it, like 22 minutes and 25 seconds? I feel like it should have been 40 minutes. Should have been a 40-minute OVA. I have no idea anime energy when it comes to Blue Period. My guess is it might get a season 2. I wouldn't really be too confident about it. The only anime I'm confident in this season getting a season 2 that isn't part of a super mega popular franchise is probably just Vampire Diaries and Notes, because that series sold out its Blu-rays that they have to delay it by a month. I'm confident in that series. Still, though, this bit of dialogue is amazing, and we get to see progression of Mafio and Ritsuko's relationship. And I love the way both of them build each other. It just pisses me off that they're skipping performances. Again, it really gives me the vibes that this should have been like 44 minutes long at the very least. Really? Again, this doesn't feel like an earned victory because we didn't get to see anyone else participate. I mean, I would be like, hooray for Hiragi and his friend if they would have just shown their performance on screen. Here it just feels completely anticlimactic, rushed. It feels like I missed like an episode in between. There's really issues with this. Wow! Whoa! Yeah, that makes this makes it even worse because we didn't get to see Mafia and Ritsuka's performance. Like literally, the first bit of the episode, a plot point of building up our boy Mafia coming up with lyrics and performing. Then they skip all this payoff. Don't tell me it just ends. You've got to be kidding me. Well then, I'm gonna just first look at the ED just to soak in exactly what I watched because it was rushed. No one watching this can say it was well paced. Yeah, that one got delayed on a minute, Jody. I just hope that this series comes back. I hope it's not rushed like this. I would be insanely pissed if season 2 had the same pacing as this OVA. I hope if we get a season 2, it's paced like season 1 or the movie. But in saying that, I dig the ED though. The ED's fucking good. Like the music, I love it. Like the music's good. And I even love the visuals for the ED, so I'll give credit where credit's due. So the issue wasn't the script writing or the visuals or the production was. It was the pacing that was pretty bad. All right, let's hope there's like a season 2 preview. That's so cute. I don't get it. That last bit got to me. All right, this is gonna. I'm conflicted when it comes to rating this because I actually enjoyed watching it, but I need to put my critical hat on because it's like, yeah, I enjoyed watching it, but then my mind's like, they rushed it to hell though. So this is where it gets tough. Because here's the thing. I had fun. But it was really rushed. So okay. Let me start it from a story standpoint. The episode had good story bits because we got to see Mafia and Ritsuka bond. So there were positives there. And we got to see progression in the relationship, like when they kissed each other. And I even love how Mafia was first concerned that there were people watching, but then afterwards, Ritsuka helped get rid of those fears. And I loved that. And I even love that bit after the credits with the I disapprove sequence. So those bits were really good. But damn, I am not. I'd be a lying sack of shit if I was like, oh yeah, I'd be a liar if I said, oh yeah, I like the fact that we had a plot point built up that Mafia was going to seriously contemplate making lyrics so that he can perform alongside Ritsuka. Then we get built up to that. Then all of a sudden, Mafia says, oh yeah, I already made these lyrics. I'm like, what? If we would have had the pacing of season 1 would have handled it by first giving Mafia maybe like an episode or 2, or maybe even like 10 minutes of screen time thinking of lyrics to make. And then we would have had him execute the song. The episode didn't have that. And then not only that, it has the audacity to skip Hiragi's performance with his friend, and it has the audacity to skip on Mafia and Ritsuka's performances which makes the victory that Hiragi had feel hollow because we didn't see the man perform at all. And we didn't even see Ritsuka or our boy Mafia perform, so that when they suffer the loss, it didn't feel as painful because I'm like, well, I can't feel as painful for our boys because we didn't see them lose directly. I mean, how can I feel pain for something that I even didn't get to experience? And that's really the thing that annoys me about this episode, because this episode had the potential to be full on greatness. And no, I don't want to hear the excuses of, well, Anime Caveman, it was a DVD bundled with the seventh value of Given. That doesn't fucking matter. If they're gonna do something, then do it right. They should have given us like 44 minutes instead of condensing massive amounts of material in 22 minutes. There's just a whole lot of wrong with that, because season 1 and the Given movie were like masterpieces. And to get this, that's, I can't even call it average because it rushes too many plot points. Like, it goes from point A, I can't even say it goes from point A to point C. It literally goes from point A to point B, D. And that's my issue with the episode. The pacing, it's awful. I'm gonna call it how it is. It's fucking awful. And it's a damn shame because, y'all know, I fucking loved Given season 1. Y'all, and I fucking loved the movie. Like, I felt emotions I thought I would never feel in an anime of Given's drama when I was first reacting to season 1 and the movie. But damn, this OVA had problems. And here's the thing that irks me too. Studio Lurch has done this shit before to another anime. It ain't just limited to this. I remember when they were handling Terraformers, they had similar issues with Terraformers. So this isn't just limited to this. This is some of their dirty method. I want to say dirty methods, but some of their ugly ass habits that they use in their other anime. And it's kind of annoying because it's like, holy shit. You would think after all the complaints they got from all the Terraformer manga fans, they'd have, I don't know, taken a little bit of perspective and be all like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't be rushed. At least I believe they did Terraformers. I'd have to check, but... Oh, wait, no, wait. Did they do... Let me check if they did Terraformers. But regardless of the fact, holy shit. They fucking rushed this to hell. Which is a damn shame because the material that they have in on itself... Oh, my bad. They didn't do Terraformers. That was Light Films. But holy shit, still though. The episode straight up just had problems. Although the one that they did do that was rushed was Yakuso Jujutsu Shuji no Classroom of the Elite. I think it was Classroom of the Elite. That one I know they did do. And while I didn't see that series myself, I did hear people who did check out that series say it was rushed. And they also did Adelaide Pride. And Adelaide Pride also had issues with being rushed. I know because I reacted to every episode of Adelaide Pride. And that one had problems. So, yeah. No matter the case, this series pretty much has those bad habits that Studio Lurch has had this year. And good Lord, it amplifies them in this OVA. And it's a damn shame, too, because the works previously in the series were damn good. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck happened. But in saying that, though, before I do give off my rating, I'll mention a few more positives, though. Like, I did like the character development between our boys. I did like the fact that we get to see some characterization from our boy Ritsuko when you saw he was nervous around Mafi's friends. I thought that was actually pretty damn adorable. I did like the fact that we see Mafia have some character development because he makes a song with more optimistic lyrics. And it ain't like the episodes replete of positives. And I even love the animation quality. Like, you can tell it was densely layered because you had people moving in the environments. You had people moving in the backgrounds. You had detailed environments. For Pete's sake, even the simple sequences like the hand-holding bits were good, or the lip syncing on Mafia when he was singing were beautiful. And I love the way they connected the lyrics towards the animation quality too. Like, you can definitely tell that the animators in this episode had a bad script to work with, but damn, they went all in regardless. So credit to the animators. If it wasn't for them, I'd say this OVA would have been a dumpster fire. But thankfully, though, the animators, they really did the best they can to redeem it. So that's why, even though, yes, the writing, objectively speaking, for this specific OVA was either rushed or bad, I'll give credit where credit's due. And even though normally I'd give Rush things like 3 or 2s out of 10s, I'm going to give this higher than that. Now, if I were to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, yes, the voice performances were great. But if I had to give the rating straight up, I'd give it a 4.75 out of 10 for just a slight bit below average, because the production values keep this from being a 3 out of 10 or even a 2 out of 10 for me. But damn, I really hope that if the series does come back and it gets like a season 2, I can only either hope that they have these events just only expanded on so that's less rushed, or if they're not going to redo these events, I hope at the very least they give us the same pacing in season 1 or the movie. Because honestly, that's perfection. The movie in season 1. Like, just have the pacing like that, and bam, I'll be completely happy. I would have like almost a zero. I'd probably have 0 complaints. Because y'all know me. I fucking love that given movie. And I fucking love season 1. I did not love this, though, at all. Yes, there are bits I enjoyed about it, and I was thoroughly entertained. But, oh yeah, that one's off because I haven't pressed anything on it. All right, I'll see you for the Blue Period reaction, Animated Doji. And yeah, that's why I gotta give it a below average rating, because even though, yes, I enjoyed it, I gotta acknowledge the flaws. Because when other anime that I watch that I don't enjoy do the same shit, I call them out on it. And even though I love, and y'all know I love Given, but even though I love Given, I gotta call it how it is. They could have done better. They really could have. But in saying that, though, if a season 2 does get announced, y'all know I'll be there to react to it, most likely. And I ain't gonna be passing up on that. I still love the series. I mean, if we look at the hit ratio, with this not being that good, that's still a good hit ratio for the series, because if the only bad thing in this series is just the OVA, but the first core season of the series, which is pretty much episodes 1 through 11, were fantastic, and the movie was fantastic. That's pretty much a ratio of, if I did the math, 1 out of 13 given works being bad, and 12 out of 13 given works, at least in the animation form, being good. So you know what? I'll take that any day of the week. And that's why I still love the series overall, despite the OVA fumbling it, because the series overall just still has more amazing quality than bits that are less than stellar. And yeah, these are my thoughts on the given OVA. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on how you feel about either my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. I'm really curious to hear as to whether y'all disagree with me, agree with me, or just have differing opinions on it overall. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, or subscribe if you don't want to miss my reactions to future given material if it were to ever get more. And I hope you all have a fun, great, safe, and fantastic day. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video. Thank you very much, and I'm going to for commenting. Thank you very much, everyone else, for watching, and have a great day, y'all. Bye.